Hey guys, it's your boy D Valo back with some more boxing. George Groves will be versing Fedor Chudinov on May 27th on the undercard of Kell Brook versus Errol Spence. This will be for a WBA super middleweight title. Now George Groves, he's been around for a while. He's not that old now, but he's had some grueling contests, and it seems as if when he fights the world class opponents, he's lost. He's had two losses to Carl Froch for titles, and also he's lost to Badu Jack. And so he won an international WBA title, and so now he has a title shot against this guy Fedor Chudinov, who won an interim title back in 2014, then had a chance to fight then actually won, had a title shot after the interim title. He had a title shot with the WBA holder, Felix Sturm, I think, and he beat him and then defended his title and then lost it. So now he's coming back for that super title and needs to fight him. Well, before this, I had to actually do some research on the WBA because this isn't, and all of its different titles. Because if you didn't know, the WBA have a lot of titles. I've managed to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. George Groves has won he currently holds an international title, so therefore he is able. The WBA recognise people who have title holders within the WBA, WBO, and IBF. So since he's recognised he has a WBA title already, he's able to challenge for the super to basically upgrade his status and challenge somebody else for a super title, and then the other person, Fedor Chudinov, is in the same position to upgrade his title, although he already had it and now he's trying to get it back. So it's quite confusing. These two both had WBA titles already, and now they're challenging for the super title, which is supposedly better. Then in the next few weeks, Paul Smith will be challenging somebody else, Zoran Zuj. I don't know his name. Is it Zyron or Zeron Zuj? This guy for a WBA world super middleweight title. So there's two different titles, but I think though that the super middleweight title is the big one, the one at the top, the one that you want. And then the world title is to do with ranking, since Paul Smith has challenged for the WBO belt twice, so therefore he managed to get a shot with the current middleweight champion. See, it's quite confusing, but I know that George Groves will be challenging for that super middleweight title on May the 27th. He's also thinking about ahead of him and possibly a rematch with James Gale, who's the current IBF super middleweight champion. Now that fight would be a good fight, although I think it has a very short window because they're both champions at the moment. James Gale's going to have to fight either Andre Durrell. Andre Durrell's got a fight coming up against somebody else. If Andre Durrell wins that, he will be fighting him. And in their last fight, Gale had problems. In his last 3 fights, he's taken a lot of punishment. He's currently tending to his injury still from that grueling match against Badu Jack. So James Gale is his time at the top as a champion may be coming to an end. So if he was to fight George Groves in a rematch, he'd have to do that very soon. There is a lot of boxing politics though, and as I've described with there's so many different titles in the WBA, and all of those politics may get in the way of these two having a fight. So if they did have a fight, I feel like it would be interesting. George Groves on one side, he's always been quite powerful. He's a powerful guy, and if when he hits you, it hurts. Though he has stamina issues, and he seems to fade away in the later rounds, and that's how everyone. That's the difference between being a champion, because the champions that he's fought have always come back stronger in the later half of the fights. Carl Froch did it twice. Badu Jack did it to him. He seems to be. He seems to have trouble when it comes to finding that extra heart that you need, and that is you need that quality as a champion. You need that extra heart to get you through and win. So Fedor Chudinov, the other guy, is first, and it's not that great, to be honest. He's very slow punches. These slow punches has made him win, though, because he barrages you with them. If George Groves' best bet is to try and knock this guy out within 5 rounds. If this goes over 5 rounds, then I probably expect a slugfest. George Groves is going to start getting tired. This guy is going to be barraging him with some slow shots, although he is quite powerful. So when somebody's hitting you from left to right all night with some heavy shots, it would have a toll on you. So let's see. I think George Groves is very tough. I've seen him take a lot of punishment. If this goes to a slugfest, though, it could go either way. I feel like his best chance is to knock this guy out within 5 rounds. He should beat this guy, because technically I feel like he's better than him. He's got good straight shots, though he hasn't got very good head movement. This guy's not that great, although he's coming to fight and he's coming to bang, and he's worthy of the spot. He's up there, you know. So let's see how this fight goes. Fedor Chudinov, you wouldn't really know of him. I didn't really know of him until I watched him, and he's slow. George Groves should beat him, and if he does beat him, he can fight. It's possible that a fight between him and James the Gale could be made. Although I'm not sure if that fight will actually happen. Anyway, it's your boy DeValo, George Groves versus Fedor Chudinov for a super middleweight title on the undercard of Kell Brook versus Errol Spence. Anyway, it's your boy DeValo, and I'm out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.